Hello everyone, thank you for joining Art with Mrs. Suggs. So today we're going to be using warm colors and cool colors. As you remember, warm colors are colors like red, yellow, and orange, colors that we associate with warm weather, and cool colors are colors that we associate with cool weather, such as blue, green, and purple. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a design using warm and cool colors. So you are welcome to draw what you like as long as you use those two concepts. However, I'm going to do some leaves because it's the fall and I'm feeling like it's getting close to cold weather. I'm going to draw some leaves. And you don't have to draw them all the same. In fact, I think it looks more interesting if we draw them differently. There are all different types of leaves. And so I'm creating that center vein in the leaf. And so maybe I'll do some abstract leaves. That means leaves that really have no real shape. They're more organic shapes. And I think I'll add one more leaf. And maybe I'll do something that I've done before. They can be different. They can all be the same. You decide. Now, once I have my leaves drawn, now what I want to do is I want to use warm colors. But I can also use neutral colors. So neutral colors are colors like black and brown and gray. And warm colors, once again, are red, yellow, and orange. Cool colors, again, are blue, green, and purple. So I'm going to stick with my warm colors. And these would be also associated with fall. Because a lot of times people think about fall colors. And unfortunately, I went outside the lines, but it's okay to go outside the lines sometimes. Sometimes you make a beautiful Oops is one of my favorite books, and so that's what that looks like to me. And I'm just coloring in all of my leaves. And maybe I'll do a neutral leaf in the mix. But most of my leaves are going to be using just warm colors, but you can definitely mix them up. And this is supposed to be red. It's a kind of a really red-orange, but I think it looks good. And I'm just trying to color as neatly as I can. This project is wonderful to do with crayons. It's wonderful to do with markers, color pencils, and paint. All of those things would work fantastic with this project. Now it's time for me to add my cool colors in the background. So I can do this a couple of ways, and I'll show you both ways. I can add some swirls. So because sometimes the wind blows these leaves around, and I can do some swirls, some long lines that curve. I can add different types of blue and purple and green, so I can add those, or I can just stick to one color and work with that. And I'm trying to make these swirls so it looks like the wind is blowing these leaves around. So that's one side of my design, and then the other side I'm going to turn it around and I'll show you what you can do on that side. So let's say that this time I want to just color it in. So this time I'm just going to color it in. So maybe I'm going to start with some purple, in my case. I think I want to stick with purple and maybe some blue. Just for this design, I just decided I didn't want to use green. But you are an artist, so you decide what you want to do. So you can see I'm kind of adding it very lightly because I'm actually going to come in and I'm going to add some blue and blend them in. And notice how I'm coloring right over it. So this one you really don't have to do the swirls. I'm just kind of coloring in the background. And notice my composition. I've filled my design and my composition. And so that's important. We want our design to look complete and finished. So that's why we do that. So I do like this, but I also like this, and I could also add some more swirls. So you kind of decide which way you would like to do it. Swirls are definitely cool. I also wonder if you did swirls and then you colored it in lightly over top of those wind swirls. That would look interesting too. So you decide what you would like to do. I wanted to show you two different methods just in case you want to experiment. Okay, well, thank you for joining Art with Mrs. Suggs. Of course, you always write your name on your artwork. And thanks for joining me.